Hi, just a quick video today. This is a project that I made during lockdown to keep me occupied. As you can see, it's a clock. If you watch my early videos, you'll probably recognise this from the YouTube statistics display that I made. I've repurposed this into a clock only by just changing the firmware. I made 5 of these and tried to sell them on eBay. I managed to sell a couple as the YouTube counter, but it wasn't very successful, and the second buyer said he only wanted it for the clock anyway, so I made some clock only firmware. So what this basically does, it connects to Wi-Fi and gets a time from the NTP service and displays it on the display as shown. Now that does look a bit crappy due to the light in here. Just get this bit of plastic here. You can see it's actually red. But yeah, it's quite a useful little device, and like most of the projects, you don't need to reflash the firmware to set your Wi-Fi credentials. This has got a web interface that you can connect to set your Wi-Fi credentials, like your SSID and password. It connects to Wi-Fi and then automatically gets your time. I'll just reboot it, you can see what I mean. Reset the switch, so it's doing this on my phone, but it's so you have to power it up. It will do a quick display test, display the first 2 octets of the IP address, and then display the time. Now, where's my paperclip? There we are. Daylight saving time is handled by by just putting a switch across these 2 pins. So you see that changed it. So you just simply press that button and it toggles daylight saving time on and off. Time zones are hard coded, but I've always sold these in UK so far, but I will sell them internationally, and I can alter the firmware for your time zone if you did want to buy one. I've currently got one on eBay. If there's any interest, I'll make some more. I've also got the blank PCBs as well, which if you wanted one, I can list that on eBay for you. Just put it in the comments down below and I'll email you the listing. As you can see, there's a web address there, which is my blog, which contains the firmware, Gerber files and everything else for this project. And also the aforementioned firmware for the internet connected for the YouTube counter. So if you wanted a YouTube statistics display, you could flash the YouTube stats firmware onto this and make it into not just a clock, but something that'll display your YouTube subscriber count and views. Again, that's web configurable, so you'd have to fart around reflashing firmware and crap like that. But yeah, I found that making your own devices and selling them on eBay, it's not really worth it, because you just can't compete with the cheap Chinese modules. You have to sell something that's pretty unique. That's why I thought the YouTube counter would sell, but fortunately it didn't. I'm sorry if I'm moving this about too much. I'm recording it on my phone. I mean, this is the other thing I made, which I thought would sell. It's a breakout box for an Arduino, breakout board for an Arduino Nano with 2 16-bit shift registers and a 4-digit LED display. Works like a 74HC595. I honestly thought they'd sell, but no interest whatsoever. I managed to use a couple myself, but there's 3 I can't get rid of. But yeah, it was really a boredom alleviator, if you know what I mean. But this thing's quite cool. I've kept one myself as well, so just to play around with. I mean, obviously you can tailor the firmware to make it do what you want. You can get it to display your Twitter counts, subscriber counts, maybe even use it as a Twitch thing. You know, it depends on the APIs and writing the firmware. But as it says, it's a universal internet connected display. But yeah, it's. If you want any more information on this, just check my blog out. Again, there. Or you can put some comments down below. And again, yeah, if you want to purchase one, I'll put an eBay link on my blog. And if they get sold, and there's any interest, I may make some more. just simply let me know. Cool. Thanks for watching.